The latest update on the Walking Dead timeline has fans buzzing, especially since it seems to back up a huge theory about Rick Grimes finally making his comeback. The whole timeline of the series has always been a bit of a mystery. I mean, even when it was just the original show, things were kind of fuzzy. Remember how season 1 kicked off right after the outbreak, with Rick waking up from his coma to a world gone wild? But then, for the next 10 seasons, we never really got a clear picture of how much time had passed. Judith's age was pretty much the only clue we had. Now that the original Walking Dead series has wrapped up and we've got a bunch of spin offs featuring both familiar faces and new ones, keeping track of the timeline is a total headache. Like, how long after the main show's finale did Rick and Michonne finally get back together in The Walking Dead, the ones who live? And when exactly did Daryl end up cruising around Paris in The Walking Dead? Daryl Dixon? Well, Daryl Dixon's creator, David Zabel, just cleared up some of that timeline confusion, answering these burning questions and dropping hints about more reunions to come. So, while the timeline is still a bit hazy, it looks like The Ones Who Live ended not too long after The Walking Dead Season 11's final scene. Zabel recently mentioned that the first season of Daryl Dixon kicks off just 2 or 3 months after The Walking Dead's big finale. He also spilled that season 2, called The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol, will start right where season 1 left off, no time jump at all. The Book of Carol is going to be wild because it's set to bring Daryl and Carol back together after she hops on a plane to France to track him down. This ties into a little teaser from the season 1 finale when Carol radioed Daryl and said, "They came back but left us all hanging on who she meant." Now that Daryl Dixon's timeline has synced up with The Ones Who Live, it seems pretty likely she was hinting at Rick's return to Alexandria. Whether it's Rick or not, the Book of Carol has to finally reveal who Carol was talking about over the radio in that season 1 finale. They'll probably save it for the season finale to keep us on the edge of our seats for what's next. With Daryl Dixon Season 3 already in the works, the writers have room to play around with these ideas. If Rick ends up reuniting with Daryl and Carol, there's still hope that The Walking Dead could get back on track in a big way.